will instruct the people of Tourmaline that it's a good idea to very carefully, using lead gloves, collect up all of the shardlin and dump it down the big hole in the underdark, possibly with an apology letter.
Okay.
Can we not get the people from Duggan's Hole to do it? Because they're already tainted
They're all
anyways.
dead, Tracy. They got eaten.
Duggan's Hole is a crater, Tracy.
Oh, I thought the ones that were like brown squares on your map were the ones that were...
They were just burnt down. Duggan's Hole actually exploded.
Okay. All right. And East Haven's only partly damaged, yeah?
Yes, it's only got a little bit of fire on it.
I'm with you.
It's about 30% of East Haven's burnt down.
I suggest if we do send a letter with this child into the Underdark, we'll put the name of the Speaker of Targus on.
That's particularly sneaky. Well, let's find out where the cauldron's gone, because if it leads us to Targus, kill two birds with one axe. Isn't that the Goliath saying? Split two skulls with one axe.
Well, you spent a night resting. I'll give you a long rest.
Oh, that's
and then Captain Up will depart for Wormdoom.
We'll come and see you as soon as we've sorted all of our madness out.
So he shakes you all vigorously by the hand and gives out manly hugs and hiking in a straight line across the plain.
Right.
He's a Goliath.
Still got a sledge?
You do have you have borrowed a sled and some dogs. Your sled with all of your gaff on is in Brinchant. You didn't spend the time to stop and load everything over, so you basically jumped off, we're going to requisitioning this sled, left on another sled and rode off into the sunset.
It occurs to me, Sanwin, now I think about it, should we not keep a couple of small bits of shardlin, now hear me out, so that when we do something horrible and we burn Targos down, we could leave them as evidence and go, it must have been another dragon?
I don't want to burn Targos down, I just want to burn the people in charge down,
Well, yeah, when we burn the Speaker's house down, with him in it.
No, we just don't do it sneaky. We do it in hi, we're justice, get ready.
No, I've got a really good idea. We'll get loads of bits of Chardlin, hide it in his bed.
Use a vicious.
Slowly mutates and goes insane.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, Velian says, well, I mean, obviously, I would have thought this Frostmaiden thing was quite important, but I'll tag along if that's all right with you until...
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Until we can head off and Valish.
Yeah, well, the first thing we've got to do is find this cauldron, simply because if we don't, people are going to starve to death. Because even if we change the weather overnight, wildlife isn't going to return instantly, so they need a source of food. So we're going to have to do that first. Then everything else is up for debate. Same as we probably need the horn, because if we're going to open the pass, we need the horn to open the pass. And I think we've got to do everything in a more sensible order. And I've got a feeling that if we've got to face the Ice Maiden, that should be one of the last things we do, because I've got a feeling it's going to be tricky. Not very knowledgeable about fighting gods, but I assume it's quite difficult.
And it might be one of the last things we ever do.
It probably will be. Although I've got to admit, I feel quite confident in my ability to throw lots of fire at it.
Well, she says, that's jolly good. I don't mind tagging along. I can bring the kobolds as well, if that's all right, as long as you're quite happy with all of the dead ones.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I mean,
hey,
that wasn't my fault.
Don't have to explain yourself.
But go on. You don't have to, but we're curious.
Oh, no, that prick, I had an argument. Well, as you know, Nas stole the orb, so I came after him and I knew that he had dealt with Dazan, so I went looking for Dazan, and Dazan had killed 3 of me kobolds and made a run for it. And then apparently got captured and burned at the stake for going psychotic or something. So yeah, it was Dazan that killed him. But Valish Gant is another member of the Arcane Brotherhood, but he's been up in Icewind Dale for several years. He's quite well known around these parts.
Dazan killed your kobolds. Does that sound like sort of like his normal personality? Would he do that normally? Or could it have been another one of these simulacrums of him?
Well, it does sound possible. Well, whatever it was, he was obviously in league with Nas. The fight broke out once I was asking about the Professor Orb. And I know that we're trying to speak to Valish, because he's been incarcerated here quite a long time for crimes against Icewind Dale.
Oh, dear.
Never rains, does it?
No, not for us.
Oh, no, it's okay. He's just in that high-security magical prison Revel's End up north. I do have a letter to give to the warden, offering 10 years off his sentence if he'll help me. I mean, I had to call in some favours for that. I mean, it's a few days trek north.
Yeah, what's your general feeling? Can he be trusted?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, the man.
Oh, well,
the
long
last
as we know.
the last time somebody tried to take over Icewind Dale and do them in, it was Vailish behind it all. So
Lovely.
but yeah, it's quite a jaunt up north on the coast from here. Is Revels.
Well, it would be being an end and all that.
So
Up north. Oh, blimey.
If I had a map, I could show you where it is.
I'll roll out a map. This one do.
You roll out your exquisitely drawn Duergar map.
Yeah.
She says it's got dwarven runes written all over it.
I can explain them. That's the dwarven room for Lost.
Oh, okay. So she points up to the north.
We know that
Revels
one very well.
And there you are. There she says, stabbing her finger. A couple
Jesus,
of days
that's you.
travel north of the Black Cabin.
What can I ask? Why people want Icewind Dale? Is it made of like sex magic or something?
She says, beats the hell out of me.
Well, it's like
She goes, although I'm sure we'll find out eventually. It'll be exciting, won't it?
it'll be thrilling.
On bleeding away.
Very well, she says. We best go and collect the kobolds who will be waiting at Bryn Shander by now and collect your sleds, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Can't have starving to death, can we now? Right, so it's a slow drive down the road. Are you cutting cross country to Bryn Shander, or are you going to Targos where you are not allowed?
No, we'll go to Bryn Shander first, I think. Was that the plan? Then pick up our sled? Yeah.
Very well. Do you wish to move us to Bryn Shander?
I will do so. Don't worry about it. Not a problem. And we'll do the usual and cut the corner off. What?
There you go. Easily. Couple hours travel. You arrive in Bryn Shander. Refugees are streaming along the east way, shown the gate, and as you drive through, there's a slow, it's them, and then there's a slow, and then more and more people begin to clap, and the odd cheer breaks out, and then everybody's cheering and waving at you as you drive through the gates of Bryn Shander to the town hall.
Awkward.
Fillion says, you've made some friends here, I guess.
Probably not so many in some of the cities we didn't manage to save, though.
Well, you can't make a omelette without breaking a few, what you call it?
Frying pans.
Peoples, whatever. You begin to suspect that, unlike the rest of the Hartwells, maybe Villian is not all there.
Yeah, because, that's quite likely. One of them one-offs where she's not exactly...
I'm just trotting behind her because I just think she's the best thing since sliced bread that I've seen in a long time, since I was back in Waterdeep.
And she's got an owl as well. So she'll pass the time chatting away to Tracy about our adventures. As you're shown to the town council, in triumph for saving 7.5 of the towns in what used to be 10 towns, 7.5 towns. Speaker steps forward and says, I heard what you did up in Termlane, and thank God. It's been a terrible loss of life, but it could have been much worse.
Still, if there was a way to stop it at the start, I wish we would have found it.
The council's posted a reward. Obviously, most of the money's going to be going to the rebuilding and trying to feed the remaining refugees. However, the cities that haven't been destroyed, bar Targos, of course, have brought together quite a pleasant reward. And she takes you inside. There's quite a stuffed chest with 1,404 gold pieces in it. Party funds.
Oh my. We're going to investigate the invasion of the Temple of Lathander and the theft of the cauldron that they've been using to feed the poor.
Okay. Do you have a plan to proceed?
After that, we have a few clues to look at, and we're going to try and recover the horn, and look for a boat. But first, I think it's important that we keep the food moving for people, since if not, I think the likelihood of law breaking down is much higher.
I understand that it's going to be more difficult. You're going to need supplies of a more arcane and esoteric nature, so everybody has chipped in what they could.
Why, thank you. Well, time's a wasting. We'll best get on with our work. We'll keep you apprised of the ongoings.
He claps you all on the shoulder and shakes your hand, and thank you. If I know the loss of life is terrible, but without you, 7.5 towns.
If you've got some spare volunteers, you might want to send them up to Tourmaline to help get rid of the massive amount of chardlands lying around the place. We've told them to dump it down the Underdark that they've got in their mine. Also, I might have an interesting trading opportunity for you. The Duergar want to open up a trading station and negotiate with Bryn Shander for trading rights. I said that probably have to wait until everyone's not dying to do that.
But I thought they were the ones that were causing the problem.
different set of jewelry.
But what could they possibly have that we could buy? We don't want any trinkets or gems.
Beer and mushrooms?
Beer and mushrooms.
She raises one eyebrow spotlight. Ah, beer and mushrooms. No, that is a different matter altogether.
Well, exactly. I could have stopped at beer, really, couldn't I? Let's be honest.
Very well. Are they sending out a big party or?
I'll arrange it as soon as we are in that direction, but I would think they will make contact. I can vouch for them that they helped very much in overthrowing the people who made the Charlton Dragon.
I think they need to set up some station called Alcoholics Anonymous in Icewind Dale, because everywhere we fucking go, they're all mad about drinking all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold.
Cold. What else is there to do? Snowmen?
Just, I'm not used to this.
I'll buy her a sherry. Right.
It's
Let's head to
time
the
to
Temple
get
of
used
Panda.
to it.
Yeah.
So you've got 5 hours of the adventure in day left. Is there any shopping you need to do in Grinchland or anything you need to see? What are you doing with this chest of gold?
Divide it up amongst us.
Yeah, we'll divide it out.
And I need to sell some
Okay, cool.
chain
I was
mail
hoping
and
you were going to
my
say that.
heavy crossbow
God, look at that.
and buy a longbow and some arrows.
See who's gone overweight.
Well, I think I'm going to
Flat.
donate a chunk of mine to the Temple of the Thunder, because they'll have a lot. There'll be a lot of pressure on them now with all these
12.5 pounds of
come in.
coins. Wow.
all these people coming in now, and like for bedding and just the basic supplies aside, being able to feed them, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna before we leave Bryn Shander, I'll go to the temple.
I know
Well,
where
we're
there's a
going there.
dead whale
We're
that
all
can
going
eat.
there. Yeah, that's a good point. But we're going there anyway because that's the last place that the thing was. So that's where we're all heading now.
Well, Howell will happily send you Helen Push's Latin Tesh at 50 gold pieces a piece. And it's an absolute steal, Lavy.
Isn't there a discount on that?
Oh,
Cold blimey! Oh, Crant, you'll have me eyes out. I'm a poor man. I've got 16 kids to look after, 3 wives.
You wouldn't have had any of that if your place had got burnt down.
Wow.
We're going out there to do Lathander's work.
Oh,
To
can I have an
save the people.
intimidation roll, please?
Yes, please. By this time, after friggin' towing it up against a dragon, I'm like getting a bit pissed off by the fact that we're just at death's door all the time. And then these people are taking my eyes out for fucking potions. I'm getting a bit annoyed.
50 gold pieces. It costs
It's a
25 gold pieces to just buy the gear in a buy. Honestly, you know I love you, Lantesh. You know I love you. I'll give you them for 45.
How many you got?
5. I'll have some more. Nick.
Yes, go on then. 45 gold pieces.
I feel the need to point out as DM that when Earl dies again, you need to be carrying 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds to be able to
I'll go and buy 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
believe that is the.
Can I find somewhere that's selling diamonds?
Yeah, there's a Goldie Jewellery Shoppy.
I'll go over and say, hello, good man. I would like to purchase 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds so I can come back to life after.
Oh,
I
he
go
says,
paddling."
you've got a cleric in the party, do you? I see.
Yeah, we do.
Level 3. He says, bear with me, sir. We do have the appropriate petted pre-pettage. Actually, I've only got one set in stock, though.
That's fine.
It's a funny story, but if you're too busy to hear it, I understand, sir. I'll wrap your diamonds right up. It's called Revivify. That's the motherfucker. He says, normally I carry more than that, but this is the last quantity I've got. Takes them off from the little velvet thing and puts them in a little velvet pouch for you. Because we normally get them delivered from the dwarves of Dwarven Valley, but they've been strangely quiet recently. The last 6 months or so, we barely hear from them.
Oh, I'm sure we'll end up popping our head in sometime soon. I'll pass on your regards.
It's just obviously you're quite famous in these parts. I wonder if I'd have your autograph for me little daughter.
Yeah, it'll only cost you 300 GP.
And obviously, word is that you're going over to you're going to deal with the Frost Maiden, sort this. Just so you should know that I won't be able to get any more until I get a delivery from the dwarves, and there's been no sign of them.
Okay. If we're up that way, we'll say hi. I'll give Bracy a small bag of diamonds and say that's for when I die. Well, when any of us die, really, but you know.
I'll kill you for a lot less than 300, don't worry.
Your tired but exhausted hounds are pleased to see you as you retrieve your sled and drop off the other ones that you borrowed.
Good dog.
Your favourite dog. He jumps up at you, El. and licks your face. It's a bad idea because it immediately freezes in the cold.
I've got a dog stuck to my face.
Please, somebody kick this dog off us.
I thought he was going to turn around and start licking his balls after licking his face.
To get rid of the taste of his face.
It was more or less of like, oh well, that's where his tongue goes a lot.
Just mean.
Iron is so heavy.
But yeah, getting rid of the taste works as well.
So shopping done, you head off to the Temple of Lathander.
Yes.
Arrive and you are greeted warmly.
I bow graciously and
Big. Oh, there's no need to bow now. The saviours of 10 towns, well, 7.5 towns.
I still think it's dutiful to do, to show some respect to yourself. I'm just doing like Lathander's work out there.
Mishan gives you a big grin and says, we all give thanks to the Morning Lord, but I think a hug is more in order. And she gives you all a hug. A face drops. She says, I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry we were robbed. The cauldron's stolen.
Tell me everything you know, exactly what happened.
Yeah, I heard the noise from downstairs. Everything was locked up tight and I came down, struck from behind, and I wasn't knocked out, so I cast a light spell. And there was 3 humanoid figures dressed all in black with black hoods, carrying maces, and they overpowered me. Sadly, knocked me unconscious, knocked me to the ground. And
As long as you're okay, that's the main thing. We'll get the cauldron back, but you're irreplaceable.
Did they speak at all? Did you hear anything?
no,
See
they communicated in hand signals. I remember as I was lying on the floor. Copper says he saw them heading towards the west gate.
Straight towards Targos.
Nah, can't.
There's a surprise.
Copper comes downstairs, bounds in his teddy bear onesie. Friends!
Cobber, what can
Cobber.
you tell me about this theft, my friend?
He says, jumped out of bed, looked out the window and saw them dragging the cauldron down the street, tied to the back of 3 axe beaks. All I saw was the cauldron bouncing along the street in the middle of the night, heading towards the west gate.
Right. How hard would it be to follow the tracks of 3 axe beaks dragging a cauldron? I'll say to Toscobble.
A few days ago, and if they went along the road, it would be almost impossible what with the travel along it and the snow and what have you.
So the guards on the gate saw this and didn't think to go, yeah, hang on a minute.
Well, that's the next place to ask, isn't it, really?
Right, before we leave this place, I'm going to turn to Copper and say I have a big favour to ask.
I'll test anything for you.
A lovely little furry friend here, and we are about to embark on something quite perilous, and I'm a bit frightened that some harm would come to him. And it's cold out there. I can't feel it in my heart to let this creature go free, because he's been, I've tamed him. I wonder if you could see it in yourself to maybe look after it on a permanent basis. And I'll pull out this little hair.
Copper beams Spain and says, he's wonderful. What did you call him?
I didn't manage to get round to give him a name with all the commotion and everything going on, and so perhaps you could give him a name.
I think I will call him Edward.
I'll whisper to Toscobble, lunch.
No, that's the one reason why I didn't let it go, because I could see Corin,
He looks more of a supper to me.
So I'll hand over that hair, and it's one headache less for the day.
Indeed. Yes. He's wonderful that he sweeps him out of your arms and gives him a big cuddle. I'll hug him and call him Edward.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. And I'll turn to, what do they call it? I've got it written down somewhere, the high priest. And say...
she is known as Mishan.
Mishan, that's it. Is it okay if I donate 50 gold towards the temple? Sadly, it would have been a little bit more, but I had to purchase some materials for our perilous journey ahead. I hope it will help go a little way towards helping the refugees, because I know there's going to be a lot of pressure on the temple.
That's an enormous amount of money. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You forget that 50 gold pieces is a whole lot. Very, very grateful.
But I think maybe we need to press on, because those people who stole the pot, or, the longer we'll tarry, I just going to get further ahead. I know we've got some more questioning to do with maybe the town guards.
Yes.
I'll look to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's head over to the west gate. Oh, actually, we'll call in on guard captain first.
Right, with that, I'll give Michonne a hug and I'll say we'll be back. Don't worry, we'll find the pot.
Thank you. Everything you've done has been so kind. Head, final hug, and a wave. You head over to the old man. It's still during the day, as what is classed during the day. Well, if it isn't the heroes of Icewind Dale, well done. Well done indeed.
Well, you know that the cauldron got stolen from the Temple of Thunder.
Do yes.
Apparently, it went via the west gate.
Okay.
Any chance you could talk the guards who were on duty?
Yeah. He shouts through. Kittle, who was on duty the other night? He says, I'm not sure. I'll get you a list. Things out of ledger. He says, it were the third watch. Captain Sageson in charge. It's all right, yo lads. Go and grab me Sageson and all of the names on that list. So, you got time for a drink?
Oh, yeah.
Don't friggin' alcoholics.
Kittle runs off to.
I prefer freedom fighter against the teetotal Taliban.
Have you got any drink then?
No.
We have.
Have we? What we got?
We have. If nothing else, we should still have a couple of bottles that we liberated from somewhere floating about the place. And there's a wine skin full of wine, I presume.
Didn't we give that wine skin to, I forget who would give it to, but didn't we say I had a frozen thing of wine? Oh, it was to the lizard guy, what they call him.
Yeah. I'm sure we've got
I'm sure
like
you'll have been given a small keg of free sample mushroom beer.
Yeah, we've got this mushroom beer from our new friends, the Duergar.
Right.
They're going to put on sale.
Mushroom bloody beer. I've heard everything now.
Try it.
Still, he says.
It's beer.
Tap the keg and share it around. He has a long drag, pulls a bit of a face and goes, "It's bloody tart, I'll give it that." And then smacks his lips a few times. I mean,
no,
it's better than fish gut wine.
This is true.
It's like, that's what we're going to be drinking.
I think it's worth lobbing down a zone of truth for these guys, all.
It might be. See if we're not happy with what they say, then lob one down and we'll rattle them a bit. If it's gone where we think it's gone, someone's getting something pushed up in a nasty way tonight.
I hope so, because I'm ready to go to Targos.
So, half an hour later, and it's somewhat like a half a keg of sample mushroom beer. In trumps a bunch of guys, Sergeant looking very sheepish. Sergeant Sageson, he says, "I believe you and your men were on duty the other night." "Yes, Sheriff. These good folks have some questions to ask you. Please go ahead." And then he sips a thingy of mushroom, leaving grey foam on his lips.
I'll saunter to the door where they've come in, and I'll stand in front of the door. Just to make them, feel a little bit edgy and nervous.
So you can see they're looking a little sheepish, and the younger one's kind of looking at his feet on the floor. Speak up.
"Gentlemen, do we need to ask, or tell even, why we're here in this room at this minute? Take a guess."
I don't know. He looks at the old man, he says, "Gov," and he says, and he just sort of nods at you. Has another sip and grimace of his beer.
Do we know roughly what time the cauldron was stolen?
He says, no.
No, that was just me. Sorry, asking a general question.
In the middle of the night.
Right, okay. I believe you gentlemen were all on the gate on the night the cauldron was stolen. Yes?
Yes, sir, we was.
Cauldron, axe bikes. Am I refreshing your memories at all?
He says, well, sir, we didn't rightly say nothing. It were a queer thing. I kind of nodded off at this. Martin does a spit take and glowers at him. And I asked the lads, and well, apparently everybody had nodded off. We had our evening toddy as prescribed in the regs, sir, to stand. And then, but we was only out for half an hour, and nothing had happened. So we rightly thought it was all as good as,
Well, either they were drugged or a sleep spell.
Any elves
or
half
lying.
elves among them?
No elves or half elves.
And
you
when
could
you
zone
woke
of
up,
truth
there was
that up
nothing
if you wanted.
I'm going to in a second. I just want to. Do you normally leave the gates locked or unlocked? on a night time.
They're locked on the night, sir.
And yet you didn't hear the gates being opened.
No, sir. I said, unfortunate, a long shift, and one's nerves is frayed.
Does the young one, is he starting to look a bit panicky?
Yeah, he's looking very panicky, looking down at his feet.
Right, I'm gonna very suspiciously cast the zone of truth.
So, did anyone see which direction this, or any evidence of the passage of the cauldron?
We didn't rightly see no cauldron. It's verbal and somatic, basically, so it'll be quite obvious that you're casting it.
Yeah, that's add to the intimidation factor. Well, I tell you what we're going to do. My friend here is going to cast a spell, and that spell's going to reveal if any of you are lying. So, as he's casting the spell, if anyone's got anything to tell me that they don't want to get dragged out of them in front of everyone, now is the time to tell us.
No, we're telling you right, sir, honestly.
I'll wait until the spell's cast.
Spell is cast.
Tell me what happened last night at the gate.
It wasn't last night, it was a few days prior. It was while you were faffing about down south.
Yeah, tell us what happened on the night that
like I just told you, sir, we had the night's toddy to fend off the cold, and I must have nodded off. And when I questioned the lads, nobody had seen or heard nothing. The gate was open, say no harm done because we hadn't seen anybody pass by or anything, so we locked the gate up. I know I should have reported it, sir, but it didn't seem like there was anything had gone wrong, you know.
How is the gate locked, and who holds the key?
The gate will have an enormous bar on the inside.
Right.
There's probably a chain as well, I would imagine. Officer on duty or the sergeant on duty will have the key to let people in on an emergency only, because normally they won't let people in or out.
So what you're trying to have us believe, and obviously this is the truth as you say it, is that somebody had come up to the sergeant while he was asleep, relieved him of the key, unlocked the gate, and gone out. So where was the key when you woke up?
I still had the key, sir. I didn't think too hard about it. I thought we might have just forgot to lock it up properly when we the old man has kept silent, but he's visibly going red. You can almost see the steam going out of his ears.
Is that a regular occurrence? I say before the old man can completely explode, that you forget to lock the gate.
No, sir. Honestly, it's the first time ever. I don't rightly know. Everything was a bit fuzzy. We had the toddy, and then I don't know. I'm not sure. He seems to be telling the truth.
And all of you men would agree that this is correct.
As we remember it, sir, yes, I do remember that I might have closed my eyes to rest them for a few seconds after I had me toddy.
And they all verbally agree?
They all verbally agree, and apparently all of them seem to have fallen asleep for a few seconds, but didn't want to mention it to the others as they would get a bollocking.
And did anyone see anyone near the toddy at any point? Shouldn't have been near it.
And where is the toddy normally kept?
It's in the guard room, sir, next to
the
wheel oil heater.
So who has access to it, apart from yourselves?
I guess any of the guard, really.
Is it refreshed every day?
Aye, sir. It generally seems to be drunk on a night, keep the cold out.
Well, I think we can see what's happened here. They were nobbled with poison or a spell, probably poison.
Markham sort of starts to slowly tap on the desk. This poison would have to be pretty bloody advanced stuff. Not like the stuff we'd seen around these parts. We're simple folk up here. Is that right, Sergeant? The sergeant, the soldiers have blanched white. And he says, yes, sir.
So is there anybody in Bryn Shander that you know of capable of brewing such a poison?
Not as like that. That bloody loafer Howell might brew it by accident, but I don't think he's capable of this. This sounds like some of your fancy Calamshan poison.
That loafer Howell. I'm going to write that down. I do like that.
So, when you say Calamshan poison, Rich, have I ever heard of poison like this?
Yeah, you have the Calamshan Hashashins who get bombed out their heads on weed and brew poison and do assassinations and shit.
I wondered to myself in my internal monologue if there was any sort of local plant that could be used to brew a poison that would send people to sleep.
Well, Sam, in theory, possible, but the description they've given of the time of the no ill effects, other than certainly indicate to me that it's probably one of the rose-based poisons from Calimshan, popular with assassins and people allegedly want to break into places without being observed or seen.
Ah, yeah, that ties up. We're looking for assassins that have been supplied from stuff from Kalamashan. So,
Is there any of the 10 towns that have got a large Kalasham?
terminally.
There is actually Tourmaline, yeah, I believe, sir. Yeah, founded by Kalashite settlers.
Well, thank you, man. Sorry that we've impugned your reputation, but as you know, it's something we had to check. But I'm kind of confident to say that you were poisoned and it was not your fault at all.
So Markham smiles to you all and says, okay, well, good luck in your travels. If I hear anything, I'll do some investigating at this end. But please, once you've gone, just drop me the information off. The sergeant sort of starts slinking towards the door and he gives her an icy glare and says, you stay right the fuck there. And then he turns and smiles to you as you head out the door.
As we trope out, as I go past the sergeant,
Sorry for him.
I'll pat him on the shoulder and go, never mind, Corporal.
So as the door closes and you walk
It
off,
was a good one.
the thunderous roar that actually shakes the wood of the building begins. And you close the outside door quietly. The two guards standing outside are sort of wincing at each other. And they salute you as they go past, and one whispers to the other, well, man's in a bit of one.
As I
I'll
walk
turn
past
around
the
to him
guards,
and
I'll
go,
go,
"No
I'm
shit."
so glad I don't work for your boss.
Yep. Thing is, if we go to Targos, they're going to arrest us.
Yep.
Could it not be the long play to steal something that would attract us there? Although I found that the best way to spring a trap is to walk straight into it.
I'm wondering if we should go to Tourmaline first, cast locate object, and make sure they want it. Well, it's not there.
We could do that in every city.
We've got to go almost by Targos anyway. We could literally stand outside the gates, not going inside. They can't arrest us. Cast it then,
Walk around the perimeter.
and then
you could indeed look in the party sheet.
Or we could go to Tourmaline. Do we have any friends in Tourmaline of whom we could inquire? Oh, the mitre of disguise.
Somebody must merely attune to it.
I mean, I can go and have a poke about.
I literally was going to go, let's all just put really bad fake porn mustaches on. Just walk through the door.
Earl has a disguise kit, and he's quite good at it. Do you know anyone in Tourmaline? You know the speaker? And
yeah, he doesn't like us, though.
No, you were all right with the.
Oh no, Tourmaline. Yeah, no, Tourmaline.
So I was thinking of
and
it.
You know a bunch of kobolds.
Oh, that's right. So we do. I was thinking of it from the point of view of not that we're suggesting that there's like evil afoot in Tourmaline, but do they know of anybody who might be kind of lurking in plain sight, who could have been bought by another town?
There are two places I've described: Tourmaline, Stable Boy, Caer Dineval.
Yeah, my money's on Caer Dineval, but that's not there anymore. So I think we go to Targos, and if nobody minds, I'll attune the
be my guest
thing and poke around a bit and do some investigating, and then when they capture me, you can rescue us.
And failing that, then if we trot up to Caer Dineval, because we're sort of going that way roughly, and do the same thing, and if it turns out it's in that castle, we'll gut them like a fish.
Trouble is, the castle got dragons.
It's destroyed.
So the castle
All place is destroyed.
Well, you're not sure. You haven't been up there to check.
All right, okay.
I do remember that after it came from Caer Dineval, it was a bit wounded, so it might have had a bit of a kicking in Caer Dineval.
Could be, though, if that castle might have some protection magics on it, that might still be standing, like Corin says. It's worth a check.
And of course, we could always be passing and just wanted to call in and check that they were all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a check and see what the weather's going to be like. Huh? The weather's going to be not great, frigid winds, so that's not going to provide any cover to it. But you could stand outside of Targos and cast the spell, Bracy. 1,000 feet, or 1,000 feet, won't it?
Yeah.
About a mile, I think that, isn't it?
Half a mile.
Actually, I've got the map scaled, so you can. Tell me where you stand if you can get there close. I mean, obviously now you have spells and abilities and magic items to easily get Bracy either inside or to the outside walls, whichever you prefer.
Well, I was about to attune to the mitre, but he could attune to it and just walk in town and walk around town, cast it a couple of times.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Is there any way we could manage it from outside, do you think?
Yes, but the range is limited to 1,000 feet.
Yeah, it's better if he goes in and walks around with it on.
How
I mean, I
long
need
does
to.
locate object last? Because I'm thinking, can anybody cast invisibility?
So I've
on
put a
Asia?
total on there, so you should be able to see.
Right,
So
hang on.
you should be able to see the scale on the bottom of the map.
Right, got you.
That's 10 minutes. So if he casts it and walks through town, I mean, you could probably cover the entire town in a 10-minute stroll, couldn't you? With a 1,000-foot radius.
And if it's any help, I could always put pass without trace on them.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Just
You
pass
attune-
without trace is not you, like the party accompanying the ranger. Sure it is.
Yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
within 30 feet of
Yeah.
the caster. But I was
Hang on.
thinking, if Asia casts, then somebody casts ability on them if they got it. But basically walk through the middle of town.
Yeah, I've got great invisibility. I can cast that on him.
Great. So we're going to make him invisible and untrackable and have him walk around.
Well, the Mitre of Disguise requires attunement.
Well,
are you
I'll-
attuning to it, or are you going to give it to Bracy and go here?
I'll give it.
Plus,
I'll
put,
give it
put
to
this silly
Bracy.
hat on. Right,
Yeah.
so chuck it back into the party thing,
It's just what I was doing.
and then
I mean, I could use it. I'll just put bloody thingy tattoos
you
on
can,
us.
you,
Across
can,
the,
you can unattune to something as well, you know, at a later date.
Yeah.
But it's not for permanent. Yeah, but have you seen Disguise Self, Bracy? You can make yourself 1 foot shorter or taller. Can be fat, thin, fat. Can't change your body type, so you must not perform that as the same basic arrangement of limbs. An hour-long illusion. Use
So
the
basically-
Mitre.
yeah, I'll use it.
I'll cast great envies on you when the time comes.
So grab that out of the party inventory.
To be honest, I wouldn't bother with great invisibility because he's going to have to walk around town for 10 minutes, and I think it only lasts a minute.
Does it? Wait a minute.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, up to a minute. Bollocks.
Just basically walk through town
It's not that
With
good.
it-
then,
with
great
it running.
envies.
Yeah, it is really good. Walk through the town with it running, and if we don't spot it, we'll assume it's not in that town. Because if not, searching for it's going to be a bit difficult.
So you've now got 3 items that are attuned, Bracy.
Okay.
So you can only have generic items now until you
Yeah,
get
well,
rid of one of them.
till I get rid of it.
Right, well, so you're bundling up with Targos in the sled and staying just out of sight, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You head over. Right, so that's walking around towns maybe took 2 hours. So you got about 3 hours of daylight left.
Right. Set off Operation Find the Bastard.
Well, that's all on you then, I guess. Bracy.
Right, what I'll do is I will make myself about a foot shorter, foot wider, covered in tats.
Yeah.
So I look completely different.
So as you head to the gate, you see that on the gates, bells have been strung up on little stands. And there are many more guards to normal. Obviously, the place is on high alert. To be fair, though, Bryn Shander was on high alert, as was Termelin after the dragon came and burned quite a lot of Icewind Dale down. There's definitely guards with crossbows. And they shout down, state your name and business.
My name is Tang. I'm looking for employment.
He says, is that right? Is it? We haven't seen any Goliath around here. Long time.
Life is getting hard even for us.
Yeah,
I need to earn a living.
Ask you to make a persuasion check with advantage, I think. 10, quite an easy one. He lowers his crossbow somewhat. Oh, wow.
Oh,
23. He says, we could deal with some warriors. We've got new rules about who can come and who can go. What with the dragon attack and what have you. Come on in.
I heard about that. Bad business. Yeah, I'll go in.
You can they open the gates from the inside with the big bars. Again, you see a lot more of the guards standing about, at least 3 times the guards.
Right.
And then pulling their winter clothes in as it is freezing winds today. He says, I know you don't feel it as much, but it's bloody brassic round here. It's like the winter made herself let a fart out and froze the whole place.
I'm just trying to work out on the map where I'll need to go, how I need to walk this. Right, if they don't need me to stay, I'll just basically start walking straight through the town.
Okay.
And I'm going to go basically straight up north, do a 90-degree right turn. I can move around it though, can I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just sneak up to about there, so I'm find an alley mouth or something, nip in, cast a spell, and then I'll just go wandering up north.
Okay, I'm not sure I can get 1,000 square meters, 500 feet on it. So that is, you cast it there.
Then I will basically walk straight up north, Anything
Right,
there?
so when you get there, yes, it's in the town hall and it's underground.
Right. Okay.
The
then.
bastards.
Okay. I keep an eye out to see if there's any other patrols or guards walking the streets
Yes,
than normal.
there are more guards walking the streets. There are patrol, and it looks like they may have imposed some kind of martial law. Again, wouldn't be unusual because of the state of the place and obviously the food restrictions, but it looks like there may be some kind of martial law. You get stopped a couple of times, but with that persuasion roll, say you're registering for, and this is you'll need to speak to the captain. He stays at the Luskin Arms, the speaker, Captain Scath. You need to register with Captain Scath. And if I might say so, the jammy bugger, they've got the best 2 suites in the Arms.
Right.
You're not far from Garrett's house. Garrett lives a little bit to the north. He sort of lives directly north.
Garrett's the guy with the
dead dog.
yeah, the one we rescued, whose dog.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, Garrett you rescued and he lives with his husband.
Right. And how long does this disguise thing last for again?
An
An
hour.
hour.
Right. I'll take a mooch around the town hall. I'll walk past the town hall, see if there's any increased guards, standing on the town hall.
Yeah. It looks like the town's locked down.
And then I will wander up to Garrett's house.
Okay. Banging on the door. Garrett answers, yeah. If you needed transport, there's nobody allowed to leave the town, so I can't drop you anywhere, I'm afraid.
I'll try and remember a phrase that we used when we were talking with Garrett. Oh, I'll ask him actually. What was the dog's name again?
Boy.
Oi.
Garrett. I have come to give my condolences for Boy.
Sad and pained again, and he says, well, thank you, but how did you know?
I look around to make sure there's nobody standing around.
Yeah.
And I just say, it's Aisha. I am in disguise. Please let me in now before I'm spotted, though.
Well, of course, come in.
Right. I'll go in and I'll shut the door, and then I'll tell him, I can't stay long.
You take the hat off and go, look, it's me.
Yeah.
You can recast it at will. It lasts an hour, and then you've got to recast it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. I'll pop the hat off. Go. It's me. Hello.
It's actually kind of awesome hat. I'm sure that'll cause no end of trouble. Right. So you whip it off, and he goes, Aisha, by gods, we're in lockdown.
Yes.
I know you don't know anything about that. But the town's under martial law and he sealed it. I don't know. There's a dragon that came around, attacked, killed loads of people. He says he's protecting us and we're in martial law.
Yeah, we already killed the dragon. I'm afraid we have a bit of a bigger problem. Your new speaker has stolen the cauldron that we gave. Which town was it?
Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander, to feed all the people.
Yeah, Keegan's there, his husband. He kind of, in my head, he looks like Cam from Modern Family. And he comes in, he runs over and gives you a big cuddle. He's like, oh, is it so nice to see you? I'll put some hot cider on for you. I think I've got a couple of apples left.
I'll give him a big bear hug.
He goes, ooh.
The rest of the party is outside town, but they're going to have trouble getting in.
I seen at the town hall they've got wanted posters up with your names and faces on. I couldn't believe it.
So you're not allowed out of town at all?
No.
Oh, there goes that idea then. Have they got guards on the bit of the lake that's frozen over at the minute? The bit where the boats would go out onto the lake.
No, but there's a tower on the end, and it's like they've got everybody running double shifts, like you're expecting an attack of some kind.
It's a trap.
It probably is expected you to come looking for the pot, that's why. And if we've took down a dragon, no wonder he's panicking because he's thinking, Christ, let me take down a dragon, I better refortify the walls.
I was just thinking, if we could get our hands on some of that drug, the guards' towers.
Can I just say that for once you've had a thorough and well executed entry plan. Didn't mention an exit plan whatsoever, but you had a thoroughly well thought out entry plan. As Aisha is now in a lockdown city by himself, and no cause to meet him or code words, none of that. Nah, far too easy.
Not needed, man. I've got this covered.
It's all right.
He says, I'll put some dinner on. I'm making fish goulash.
Ooh, lovely.
Right, who wants to go in first?
Well, Aisha hasn't come back out.
I know. I'm going to have a quick chat with Ace in a second, just to ascertain where he is and what's going on, possibly.
Okay.
It's a pity I couldn't cast Lehman's tiny hut and we'll just walk under it. Walking in.
You're just like the Hair Bear bunch. You cast Lehman's tiny hut, you poke your feet out the bottom because you can leave it.
Yeah.
You pick it up by the edge and there's just a load of feet going underneath as you run in.
How big is it, and what weight is it? The hut?
It's like a globe of force.
Yeah.
So your pet couldn't carry it.
You can't pick it up or do anything fancy with it.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know, because otherwise, invincible battering rams, that never goes wrong.
Ooh, I wonder if pity couldn't mage hand it.
I can get a message to him if we need to, so we'll give him half an hour. If he hasn't reported in, I've got a feeling, I suspect I know where he'll go, and if he's not there, then he's in trouble, and we'll go in all guns blazing.
Okay.
So can we manoeuvre around to opposite where Garrett's house is?
Yeah.
Because it was up near the walls, wasn't it?
Yes, it's kind of near the walls, yeah.
And it can get 120 yards away from it.
I was thinking if somebody could cast like a minor illusion dragon, but like
I can do a minor illusion naturally.
A minor illusion's like a couple of feet on the side, David. It's not going to be a very impressive dragon.
Yeah, but they might think it's small because it's far away. Force perspective.
Basically, we'll head away from town, stay out of sight, and then circle all the way around and come on up this side. You see what I mean?
Bracey's in Garrett's house right now. Garrett and Keegan's house.
Right.
I could get the owl just to drop a message off at Garrett's house.
Yeah, but if he's not, I suppose I could land and tap on the ceiling. Yeah, but I mean, what I'll do is I'll go around the outside and I can just use message to contact him.
You've got to be 120 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to sneak up. There's open ground. There's 2 guard towers now.
Cast great invisibility on him.
No, you don't need to do that. Just send your owl.
Okay, right.
So if I lock the totem movement again, it'll give us distance. So that's 200 feet.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have range really. No,
send the owl.
So even if you got on the wall, it's at least 300 feet away.
Yeah, we'll back off and send the owl.
Okay. So what do you write on the owl on the message?
Just a tap, just a little small slip on and think it on its
we
foot.
want to know what's written on it. I'll write on a message. Confirm you're at Garrett's house and let us know if you found anything.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't come back until it's got his attention. So you might want to tap on a window or something, but it needs to be surreptitious.
Yeah, I'll tell it to do that.
Right, well, that's also out of your telepathy range, so that you send the owl off, you throw it up in the air, and it flies up vertically and then disappears off out of sight. A few minutes later, Bracey, you're just sitting down, tucking into some fish goulash, when there's a tippity tap on the outside of the window. Obviously, all of the windows are shuttered.
I was just wondering if you could cast reduce on the cauldron and hide it in that box. When you close it, it turns invisible.
And then when it wears off, it explodes in a huge destructive burst of magic.
Depends how much time we've got and get the box outside.
Or you could cast reduce on the entire party, all stand in the box with the lid open, form a catapult, fire the box over the wall, and as you do, pull the lid down so that you're invisible.
No, reduce and have the owl carry us in one by one.
I don't think you can reduce that small, to be fair. Right, so Bracey, there's a tippity-tappity at the window.
Right, I will use the mitre to disguise myself to look like what's his name, who owns the house.
So you look like a giant version of it's Keegan and Garrett's house.
Well, whoever's the biggest, and then I'll just very slightly open the window just in case somebody's looking. All they'll see is somebody who looks like Keegan.
There's a snowy owl hopping up and down from foot
to foot
in the court.
Does it look familiar?
It does, yes. And
right, I'll let it in.
And it's got a small piece of parchment tied to its leg.
Right. I thought, does Lantesh not be able to see through its eyes or anything?
Only when we're in 100 feet.
Ah, right. Okay, then. Right. Okay, then I'll get the bird in and I'll have a look at this parchment.
Right. Reading the note. Confirm you're at Garrett's house. Let us know if you found anything. We really should have had an exit plan. before we started. But hey ho,
Uh,
running out of space now. PTO.
right, I will write on the back at Garrett's, cauldron located, town hall below ground.
So you kind of like writing and it's going right off the edge, and you're like having to bend it round because you run out because it's a really tiny piece of parchment. And your letters are getting smaller and smaller as you're going along.
Yeah, well, all right, I'll keep it short. At Garrett's, Cauldron Farm, town centre, thingy house, and then I'll put it back on the owl and pat it out the window. After I put the parchment back on its leg, of course.
Yeah, of course. I'm not going to be that petty. Right,
So it gets back, it's not got nothing on its leg. It'd be like shite.
So Keegan's taking a great liking to this owl, and he's petting it, and the owl sort of he goes, "Oh, it's a lovely little thing. Perhaps we should get an owl." And Lantesh, a few minutes later, again, the owl appears with that message, and you can tell it's Aisha's handwriting because it's a bloody scroll and it's tiny, and he's misspelled some of the words and he's gone off the side on some of the letters as well.
That's all right. I get the gist of what he means, though. And let the rest of the gang know.
Right, so they've got it, and it's probably baiting a trap, but we do have to get in there. So we need an entrance plan.
Would we not be better off trying to sneak in through the frozen harbour? Because presumably, even though there's 2 guard towers there, they'll be expecting us coming by land.
I would go with what Corin suggested. Like, I think he's onto something there.
It's true. I can probably get at night. I can probably get 2 or 3 of us in,
Corin's now got pass without trace, though.
and I've got fly.
Alternatively, if we need to go over the wall, I suggest we do it at the south, where there's the longest gap between 2 guard towers.
The guard towers do the guard towers along the piers look manned?
Yeah, all the guard towers. You're watching from a distance, crouching behind a snowbank, and you can see guards walking the length of the walls.
So wait a minute, I think you actually have a really good idea there. If you've got pass without trace, you could walk along the bottom of the wall, and then just go around the guard tower and walk down. If we do it at night, they probably wouldn't see you because they're going to be looking outwards, they're not going to be looking straight down, and there'll be no tracks to reveal us. And then we'll just head to Garrett's house.
Yeah.
We'll just creep along the wall and then through the things and into Garrett's house. Then we'll lay up in Garrett's house, and then we attack the town. We'll go and investigate the town hall either that night or the next night. Probably the next night.
And presuming if we need to make a speedy getaway, Garrett has a sled and dogs.
Yeah, yeah, that's a point.
It's like having the getaway car parked where you're going to do the robbery.
Trouble is, we'd have to evacuate them with us as well, because if we get caught, they're gonna
they'll
gonna get munched.
Yeah, I would
Targos does have human sacrifices still, so
if they'd be prepared to go, I have no problem at all bringing them with us.
the rest of 10 towns has voted to abolish the human sacrifice, except for Targos.
Well, depending on how it goes, we could always rescue the cauldron, nip down to the Luskan Arms, and burn it down around the Speaker's Eyes with him in it.
Oh well, we could just murder him, but that's probably playing into his hands as us being the bad guys.
I would like to frame him for a crime, and a one that he can't backpedal
I'll get
out
the
of.
stone out of my pocket and went, you mean like fixing the lottery?
Pico speaks up. I might be able to help you out somewhat. I wasn't entirely truthful, and owe you, and I live for this shit if allow, and please don't kill me.
Absolutely. That's not how
he stands there, and his form shimmers and begins to run like runny wax. What stands before you is a strange creature out of nightmares.
Hell's bollocks, that's clever.
My God, it's Boris Johnson.
What do you say they called him?
Pico. Pico's not his real name. He says, I'm a doppelganger.
Yeah, I can understand why you kept that to yourself, let's be honest.
Take the place of this speaker of his place and have him allow us free entry.
Time to read his mind, and generally a fatal transition.
Shame.
Well, for you or for him?
That's a shame.
No, for him.
For you or for him? For him.
Well, he's murdered so many people with that fixed lottery?
Normally, I wouldn't reveal myself, but I kind of... Oh, there you are, finally. This is what he looks like now.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
For the logger.
aye. Wouldn't fancy meeting him on a dark night.
So all we need to do is get you in there with us and introduce you to the speaker in a quiet place, and then you can take over the town and bring it back into the Bryn Shander fold.
Well,
as long as we put you in a position of power.
In theory, yeah.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Also, if this all goes pear-shaped, later on we've got this tavern in Lonelywood that you will love.
Oh, Lord.
They've got so many different staff on. There's like 30 waitresses, right? And that's the plan. We'll wait till night time, send another message, tell them at night time we're going to slip into town and come to Garrett's house.
So they all sort of like, as you tie another message to his leg. All I'm imagining is like from a guard tower voice shouts, "God, who goes there?" And it'll just shout, "Fireball!" There's an explosion. The top of the guard tower was blown 400 feet into the air. People are like burning and flying out of the thing. And it's like, well, that's the stealth attack off, lads.
Yeah, as soon as stealth's off, I'm flying and just spunking fireballs. I'll soon sort it out.
So you receive this message, and then you hunker down in the snow half a mile away from Targos or so until midnight. Follow me, says Corin.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was about to say, just tell us if I've gone wrong.
No, you just another route you're heading. So that actually goes with that hitch. You have to cower in the dark corners now and again, as even at night you see grumbling patrols wandering about carrying crossbows, but it can't be out for long because at this time of night it's below 60 and it's absolutely freezing. So you see them come out for short periods. It's easy to slip rap upon the door, to which Aisha's sitting there in front of a nice warm fire, his feet up with a full tongue. You've all been crouching in the snow for like 3 hours.
Right, we'll pop in, get warm.
Yeah.
Say hello to Garrett and Keegan.
I take it we've left the undead with the wagon. We're not bringing a load of kobolds with us, right?
Keegan's
How much
house.
of the night is left?
Well, if it's midnight, I haven't had any sleep, but 3 or 4 hours.
Should we go now or wait here till tomorrow?
I think we should go now and then get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay,
Yeah.
Since we can still pass without trace, let's sneak our way along to the town hall.
You head through the town. I'll ask for another roll with Aisha as well this time, so bear with me while I add the modifier. Holy shit.
How did I do this time, Rich?
Not great, Tracy.
Oh,
Surprising everybody, it's Aisha, who dances about, who even makes the diggy noises like Scooby and Shaggy when they're doing their tippy toes. Even though he's wearing heavy armor, Aisha rolled a 19 and a 20, so he's like diggy across the snow, leaving no trace. But yes, it's okay. You reach the town hall unmolested. Front of the town hall has a double door in front of it. There are no guards outside, as it is effing freezing.
Does it appear to have a lock on the door, or would it be barred by the look of it?
It would be barred by the looks.
Or does it have a tradesman's entrance round the back?
Or knock spell on it?
Do you want to go around, Andy, and check?
I can knock.
Well, I can do.
I think the idea is to surprise them. Banging on the front door's probably not a good idea.
Just tapping. I don't have a bang. Just
I
tap.
know, I was joking.
Right, Andy, do you go around to the left or to the right?
Wait a minute.
Because I'm assuming you're in an alleyway. There's a small square, and on the other side of the square is the town hall. You're looking across. There's a big double doors.
Yeah, lurking with intent.
Right, hang on. I'll sharp tell you. Just ignore this dice. Left.
You head round to the left, keeping to the shadows, and you see a barred window on the side. Then, like an armored back door. It's only one door wide, and then 2 more barred windows. Like they've got metal bars across the windows, like solidly screwed on. It's not like they'll open. They've got there is a back door on the left hand side, or is a left hand door.
Right. I shall scamper back and relay this information to the party.
And like I said, there's three barred windows on the left hand side.
I can gain access to a locked door if you need us to, very quietly.
Well, there's nothing to pick, is there? It's all barred. Well, if Toscobble didn't see like a door lock, then I think we're going to have to knock. Just remember that if it goes pear-shaped, we need to be quiet because this place is prime for us.
I would read the knock spell, Tracy. So Andy's only been around one side, but he relays to you that he's seen a back door and 3 windows with strung metal bars on.
Do you
I
want us to
haven't got
go
it
on the other
memorised
side?
anyways. It's not on me.
Oh, Tracy, strong metal bars.
All right, I can alter to another type of metal, I suppose, like
You can alter
aluminium
it to wood.
or wood. Aluminium would be good as well. Like
Or lead.
but
Yeah, lead.
wood, not lead. Yeah,
You couldn't change them to paper, could you?
I can it.
And Andy
won't
lights his
go
pipe off them.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's flammable.
I'll change them to
I,
lead
speaking as a
because
DM, is starting to think you
I
don't
think-
have any kind of plan in mind at all here.
they'll be easier to break as lead, I think, than wood.
Well, it kind of depends whether you mean strategic or tactical plan.
So what was wrong?
I
with the
have a fantastic plan.
Right. So, want me to do that?
Well, so which one, Tracy? You've got the Corin will lead you around the side and show you. You've got a barred window, then a door, then a barred window, then a barred window.
I'll look at Corin, which and I'll go like this with my shoulders and point, as if to say which one. I'm not taking the blame for this one. They're all the same to me. I mean,
I don't know, the first one next to the door, but I suppose I think we're best all go, because once we get this open, we're just gonna go in and
yeah,
do the
definitely.
business.
Right, so you head to the one you come to. The curtains are drawn, the shutter's drawn so you can't see, but there are actually two iron grates, one on the outside, one on the inside, it looks like.
Well, before we commit ourselves, Rich, can I have a quick peek in the other two windows?
The other two windows are the same, however, see the vague outline of shapes.
Any sort of peoply sort of shapes. Right.
Is there anyone with dark vision? Want to have a look in the windows?
I'll have a look.
You do that thing where you slide along the window with your back to the wall and then peep over the top. You look in the first window, and inside of that are dozens of chairs neatly stacked. The room at the end has curtains drawn.
The one with the stacked chairs. That's where we're going in.
So you've got curtains drawn, door, stacked chairs, and then curtains drawn.
Stacked chairs. Can you do both sets of bars, Tracy? Because I have a plan.
Yeah, it's going to take us, I would say, about half an hour for it to get through.
What?
Well, it says here, for each 10 minutes you spend performing the procedure, you can transform up to 1 cubic foot of material. After 1 hour, you can, until you concentrate on the spell, the material reverts to its original substance.
Cubic foot's a lot when you're talking about bars, though. You can
Is
probably
it?
you can probably convert like 3
About
bars.
10 minutes then.
Yeah. So if you convert the outside bars to lead, we'll pull them open. Then can I use prestidigitation to make the... that won't work.
They are metal bars and it is really cold.
Yeah, well, it's lead. So is there a catch on the inside the window?
No.
Like, so they don't open the window? Damn, I was going to have mage hand just to unlock the latch.
No, these metal bars inside, metal bars outside, wooden shutter. So you've got to keep the heat in. So there's no like glass or catches or none of that shit.
Now,
Right,
what you want is you get some paper and glue, stick the paper to the top it.
That's what I was going to do, but unfortunately there's no window, so that's good with that.
Yeah, you don't have glass up here, a nice window.
Can I use my thieves' tools to unlatch, unhook the shutters, like push the pins out of the hinges? Yeah, we are.
Just you fumble around. There's a little bit of under your breath swearing, but the pins drop out.
Right, next set of bars, please. I'll have AC lean forward.
So
and
it's
just
going to be
make
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say there's going to be
the
roughly
unluckiest patrol in the world.
the unluckiest patrol in the world. Yeah, I'm going to make Earl roll it. We're going to say on a 1 to 4. And while Ish is it's an open roll, so you can all blame Earl when he balls it up. That nearly rolled over.
I know. I thought I was like, literally that could have made it 1 to 20, and I would have.
So a guard patrol comes past the end of the town hall, and you all freeze and like press yourselves into the shadows against the wall. But they don't stop and they continue straight on. Phew, that was close. Almost as if the dice almost rolled over, says Earl.
Yeah.
I'll be ready to cast Zone of Silence if it all goes tits up.
Yeah, so with a little jiggery pokery, what you're going to do once you've changed the bars then? Just rip them out.
Bend them open again.
Right.
So we're not ripping them out, we're just bending them so that when we climb in, we can bend it back so it looks like it's never been touched.
Yeah.
And since we've got pass without trace, we're not leaving footprints. So what we'll do is I'll climb in first. Then
I'll follow you.
If you pass the shutters in, then we'll get everyone in one after the other. And when everyone's in, we'll bend the outside bars straight. We'll put the shutters back in place, and we'll bend the inside bars.
Okay, so you do that. You climb inside. There's a few curses as you scramble over the top of these chairs. Scraping noises. Black and Corin and Aisha are suffering because they can't see Jack and indeed shit. The rest of you can see you're in a 15 by 15 foot room.
Right, is that the only door in the room? Right, I'll crack the door and put my head through.
Right, before we do anything else, I'm putting mage armor on.
I'm literally just cracking the door like half an inch and looking through, and I'm listening as well.
You open it up. Low burning lanterns cast a gentle glow upon a tall black object in the center of the room. You can
What
probably
the-
see the tall black object, can you?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Although one can easily mistake it for a statue, this object is actually the figurehead of a ship and is carved in the likeness of a winged demon. The demon-shaped figurehead stands 8 feet tall. Shards of wood jut out of the demon's back at the points where the figurehead once attached to the...
Oh, well, that's not ominous.
Lashed to the figurehead with a rope is a scrawny woman who is dripping wet. Her long white hair hangs over her face, obscuring it. And I think I've got an image because it's a beautiful image.
I'm going to listen carefully to hear if I can hear anything.
Yes,
Can't
likewise.
You can see she is soaking wet and water drips off her body. It disappears before it hits.
Presumably, that's where he's getting his power from. He's sacrificing her to that, whatever it is.
Or adversely, it's some out of plane of bollocks.
There, I found it. That's not fucking creepy at all, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not at all creepy. Oh, God.
Not
I've got a
much, it's
feeling
not.
that she's not normal. He's turning people. That's what he's doing. He's turning them into creatures.
Like I said, the water, she's soaking, constantly soaking, never drying, and the water's dripping off her and disappearing before it.
That's bizarre.
And I don't hear anything. I'll pop my head out, like me head out the door, so I'm moving like that for the line of sight, but it's just me head
But
going out the
creeping
door.
quietly, yeah. So you can,
Oh, yeah.
you can see in the room a door heading towards the front of the building, and a set of stairs leading down to your right, and a set of stairs leading up.
I'll go with Sanwin.
I will creep down the stairs.
I'll go behind Corin.
So we can't hear any guards, you know, sitting around playing dice for the ones that are off duty, shit like that.
No, very
That's
bad.
not good.
Right, Corin and Simon head downstairs. As Lantesh enters the room, dripping wet woman raises her head. She
Oh,
raises her head up, and where a wet fringe covers her eyes, and it's set in a rictus scream directly at you. Head follows you.
No, that doesn't feel right. That feels really weird. Does she look human though?
Yeah, you've seen the picture.
I know that, but I didn't know what her face looks like. Her hair's hanging down.
She
Well,
looks
I-
human, and it looks like she's mouthing something.
All right, okay. What's your mouth then?
Do you read lips by any chance?
$10.
Killer.
I don't know. Don't know if it's
I'm
in
gonna
my
give you
purview as a gnome.
A perception, a DC 15 perception.
I'm putting her in it for me.
Right, she's mouthing silently, help me, but she's not looking at anybody else. Everybody else has just went, fuck that shit, and just crept round.
I've got to go and help her. Me goodness in me heart, I just can't leave her tied like that.
And I haven't seen this.
Wouldn't get her on
you've
the way
seen
back.
the woman, but
Yeah, but I haven't seen her. She wasn't
Which one?
mouthing anything to me, right?
Right.
I'll use message in my mind, and I'll tell Sanwin we've got to help her.
We'll help that one with the building.
No, she's asked us to help her. I'll mouth back to her. Or I'll send a message to her, and I'll say.
You send the message, but you just get weird static, and you get that where you can hear unearthly just watching you as you're walking across the room.
If she looks at us, I'll mouth. I'll be back for you.
She looks at you, but as you approach that, she's actually looking behind you at your back.
Oh, at me backpack.
What you got in your backpack?
Corin and creep down the stairs, silent as
Shit, she's gone. She's just the room's gone black, guys. The candle's gone out.
creep down the stairs. You see a tunnel heading down. And,
Follow it.
Right behind you, old son.
forward. You just catch the
I'll
glimpse of laughter coming from your left, Earl.
Look left.
I'll follow them down.
I'll go down the stairs. I've told her I'll be back for her. She must be really confused because I look behind us and I can't see anything behind us.
You realise she's staring straight at your backpack. Head down the stair.
I'll go
to the
down
top
with
of the
them. I haven't quite worked out what she means, but it's best that we don't split up. I did want to help her, but I don't want not at the cost of splitting the party up because I think it'd be quite dangerous.
Right, I'll put my head round the corner and to the left and look.
You look up the corridor, you see about 25 feet up the corridor. It ends in a dead end, and there's a door on the left-hand wall, which is slightly ajar. Light comes out of it, and you can hear the sounds of people like, "You friggin' cheater. That was never an ace."
I'll look back and I'll message Corin that there's a guard room to the left. I'll put my head round right.
To the right, it looks like there's a bunch of cells. Step forward half a step.
Yeah, I'll creep along to the first cell and see if there's a grate to see through or just a cell door.
They are actually just cells. They've got like a bucket and a stone bed/bench.
Oh, this is for us. All the way at the end, then I'll check that one. Is that another cell?
As you head to the end, you see the right, and there's more cells, and then there's a sturdy door.
I'll head up to the door. Is it locked?
Trying it.
Well, I'm looking for a lock first.
There is a lock.
I will look through the keyhole.
The keyhole directly opposite you. There is a sturdy oak chair fitted with iron manacles, a mop, and a wooden bucket, and you just see the corner of the cauldron.
I'll message Toss Cobble and tell him which way to go and say, this is the trap. Let's go.
I'll message you, yeah. I just saw that we're being quiet. Are you following us? Are you coming down? We'll come back for her. She seems pretty enamored with my backpack for some reason, but we'll come back. I'm going to have a little look on my sheet.
That isn't in ours?
Or something that somebody's put in your backpack without you realising. Because that happened to us once.
Well, I'm wearing the amulet of Shield Guardian. In my backpack, there is that engraved copper bracelet with Charlotte on it. I don't know if that means
that's why she's dripping wet. She's a bloody goat. Isn't she? A long way, I think you cut a long way.
No, Ilonwe was the trigger word for the cauldron. The ghost just called the White Lady.
There's a bag of tricks, but I've probably got that tied on my belt.
The ghost called the White Lady, probably not the same White Lady that seems to be strapped to the
lantern. That's in my backpack. The lantern of tracking elements. But that seems a bit weird.
Well, you're the only one in the group with a spell book.
Healing potions. Could be my spell book. Yeah, might be.
We will find out as soon as we've got ourselves captured in this room.
I'm right behind you, Sanwin.
I'll take a second to check to see if the door's actually locked by probing the lock with my lockpicks.
Okay.
And then if it's locked, I'm going to unlock it.
You're going to make a stealth roll. However, I'm not going to give you pass that trace bonus because you're raking around in a lock.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, so you gently probe the lock and it does indeed feel locked.
I will then pause and check for traps, which I believe is investigation or is it perception?
It is investigation.
Before this all goes tits up, could I possibly just float a question? If things all go a bit hairy, and I felt the urge to cast a Zone of Silence, does that knacker our spellcasters as well?
Yes.
I'm just checking, because that obviously depends on how tits up it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point. It's going to be a...
last resort-y sort of thing?
Yeah, right. If I don't find any traps, I will unlock the door.
Where the hell's Ben gone? He was there a minute ago.
He's right behind you.
He's there on mine.
Can't see him.
Right.
He's invisible.
There's Lantesh, and she's just disappeared.
Right, well, mate, it's a thieves' tool roll well then.
Oh, wow.
Blimey.
Hey, I grew up on the hard streets of Kalamashan.
Holy shit, right, the lock opens with a click. Door slides open. You see the cauldron, you see...
I will subtly hide my thieves' tools in my boots because I've got a feeling if we get caught, I might need those.
Right.
Go forward and peer my head in.
Yeah, as you peer in, the previously invisible, they're let loose. Well, yeah, you have the surprise condition. They quite obviously heard you opening the lock. Sadly, they've got pack tactics as well as this mace comes crashing down upon you.
They're little feckers.
And it crits.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh wow, it does extra d6 damage. The world's shittiest crit. A total of 8 points of damage as it goes clunk off your head. You're like, is that it?
I literally, when the hit is and it goes clunk, I'll turn around and smile and go, that's going to hurt you more than it hurt me.
Then from the other side, second mace comes in. And they expected that to be a lot more effective, I think, perhaps. Oh no, it's the trap that nobody was expecting.
Here's the thing, though. They're trying to kill someone who's been tried to kill by the world constantly. I'm used to death. Death is a friend.
Don't worry, I've got your diamonds.
Yeah. And it misses, even with pack tactics. And then we're going to roll those initiatives.
Good.
Oh,
They want to
God.
hope I don't go first.
Brilliant.
I know. That's what I saw mine. I thought mine was a 1 there for a minute.
Right. Bizarrely, Sandman goes first. Obviously, you were Sandman.
I'll turn round and
Clonked
say
on the
to him,
head.
you know the one, does any of these look like they're in charge? I'll turn around to the first longer and go, your trap game is weak. And then, to there,
Yes.
I will open my hands and go, guess what now? And burn and hands them.
So, them two in the corner. Those two in the corner.
The two in the corner. I'm just targeting them because I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Roll that save. Wow, okay. One of them goes, and shouts out loud.
I'll say, shh.
God damn it, he says.
If you surrender now, we're not going to kill you all.
No surrender.
Oh, are you sure? I can't persuade you. Right.
You do notice that they are carrying themselves as you're used to these kind of people from down.
Mercenaries.
Yes, mercenaries. Is that your turn, sir?
My turn is complete.
Excellent. Thug with the self-absorbed magical voice steps forward. Target you, raises his mace once more. Misses. My thug's shit. He has multi-attack, so he attacks once more.
Hang on while I check something.
Yeah.
What the hell is it? Hunter's mark.
Corin, it is your turn. Can't
Right.
see them directly, but I believe you can see all these misses coming in and attempting to lash someone about. Although these apparently are the least skilled professionals ever hired.
I can see them from here.
Yes.
So I'm presuming then that I can hit them from here.
Reasonable assumption?
Working on the premise if you can see it, you can hit it. So we'll target him.
I'll turn round to the thug on the left of me while he's doing this and go, watch this.
And I shall use my bonus action first. Oh, hang on. Let me just check that my other thing is on. Yep, it is. And then now that I've done that, let's try using one of my brand new arrows I bought in Brinchander.
Oh, what would this arrow be? It's a hit, whatever it is.
Sharp.
Sharp arrow. Oh, that sounds
And since I'm so generous, I can have another one.
skin cheese. 2 quick arrows thud into his chest and he goes down.
And that is how we do that. I'll stay where I am for the minute, because, like, if I run in there, they're going to get an attack of opportunity, so I'm just going to clear the way a bit.
Ben, it is your turn. It does.
I'm going to see if needs be, I'll squash myself up against the side of the corridor.
Yeah,
And
nice.
again,
2 quick slashes, Dave, and he goes down. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. Your owl, Lantesh.
Would it be able to carry a healing potion to Sanwin?
So,
Right, I'll make it do that.
okay. It's the final thug who will attack Sanwin once more. Wow. Okay. Shall I just give up the Emin now? Because, like, my thugs are rubbish. Lantesh, it's your turn.
Right. I can't see anything from here, though, can I?
No, you cannot. And Dave and Corin are actually blocking the...
I'll be out the road in a minute.
I'll cast Spider Climb and go on the ceiling and then walk. So I'll be directly above. I'm kind of sort of halfway there. 5. Bit above Ben.
You've got 15 feet of movement left.
Can I not dash? Oh, no, because I've done an action.
No, you've cast.
I'll be above Ben then, probably. Well, it's near to into that.
Yeah,
room.
so you can move 15 feet forward.
Yeah.
Go on then. Right,
How
okay.
have I just moved 15 feet? Oh, because I can't climb 10 foot, right?
You've
Okay.
climbed 10 feet.
Yeah,
above.
right. Yes, right, okay.
Right, Andy, so in a bizarre twist of fate, Lantesh is now hanging upside down and you're almost touching heads.
Oh.
Hope you haven't got diggies.
Well, if our hair's hanging down, I'll just sort of go and, like, blow it out my face.
Right, a cry comes out from behind you. Oh, you, stop there, Aisha.
Oh,
You look over your shoulder, you see 2 guards running down the corridor at you with spears. But they haven't managed to reach yet. As you look, a 3rd one comes out of the room. You find the other guard because running down the corridor, waving spears at you.
You might need me.
Billion is not there. Aisha, it is your turn.
Okay.
You want me to come and help?
You can do. I want to. How big are their spears?
Oh, no, spear length? Like, what?
What?
6 foot?
6 foot. So.
You're holding them in 2 hands and running down the corridor, yeah?
All I'm thinking is if I back up like half a square, if he goes to actually stab us, he's got to swings back to swing it forward and hit us. When he swings
I
back,
think we're overthinking the mechanics of D&D here.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you should never be able to get it round that corner.
Aye.
He just stops at the corner and goes, hang on a minute, clunk, clunk, as they have a carry-on thing of trying. To me, to you, no what? My end, down at your end, up at the front.
Have you seen that movie called The Plank?
No.
Classic.
The old one, yes.
Aye,
Yeah,
it'll be like that.
Right, so what are you doing, Aisha?
I will cast Hold Person at the front guard.
Excellent.
And hope the others can't
Go
stop.
for it.
Extra point if either guy behind him runs him through.
That would be
If he
hilarious.
fails, you can apply your effect as he goes, hook, and sort of tips forward and then is propped up by his spear.
Oh, that would be a horrible thing to get fireball down that corridor, wouldn't it?
Sandwin, it is your turn. Also, be very noisy.
Don't forget to get the potion off the owl.
Right. I'll look at this bloke and go, last chance to surrender.
For you, he says, spits.
Bye. I'll firebolt him.
Go ahead. A dragon or something.
No,
Firebolt
because I
him.
would have talked him into being nice to
Here's
his
a
Rich.
little bit. Oh, he says.
Can I pick the potion off the birdie with a bonus action?
Yes.
Or do I have to? This bird flies past and I grab a potion in my hand and I look at him and go, this really isn't your day.
Right.
I'll let you live if you tell us what's up with the girl upstairs.
What girl? What the hell are you talking about?
The girl that's tied to the figurehead.
There is no girl tied to the figurehead. That figurehead was dredged out of the lake.
Oh, right. Let him live. He's told us something really important, so it just hurt him a lot.
You're a bloody idiot. Corin moves past. Andy, do you remember that you have to move through Asia? Oh, no, you're a
Yes.
halfling. You've got that halfling thing where you can move through people?
Yep.
Yeah, just go up his legs.
Aye,
Yeah,
under his
through his
kilt.
legs.
You see a bunch of guardsmen, one paralysed.
Fuck it, he's closest. Do I get advantage because he can't possibly move?
Yeah, you should do anyway. Should be automatic.
Lovely. So do I need to tick it or just roll?
No, just roll it. Should do it automatically. Paralysed.
Right.
It's a hit. Ka-chung.
Should I have not got...
Heavily injured. Your second arrow goes through his throat and he gurgles and yet is unable to fall as he is still paralysed.
Right, and for my bonus action, I am now going to put Tusser's mark on that one.
Okay.
There we go, and that's me sorted.
Burn. Go for it. That rolled off a 20, Dave. You lash him one. Big hit. Cut him wide open. Again, it rolled off a 20. Oh, no, so close. Yeah. With a mighty double swing, Dave, you hack him down. 20 strength, man. It's a killer. And he lies bleeding upon the floor. Guardsmen appear to be normal dudes. Is the owl doing anything, Tracy?
No.
Yeah, dead dude. Dead dude. Lantesh, it is your turn. You see, Corin has ran past Isha, firing arrows. You can't move into that square.
Am I on the ceiling?
Oh, yeah, you are, aren't you? Sorry. You run around the
I was
corner.
going to say, I cast that for a reason. Because I knew
Lantesh
you'd
dancing
be
on the
so-
ceiling there. Oh,
I
I'm
was
dancing on
just
the
saying-
ceiling.
That's just what I was singing in my head.
Right, those two are lined up lovely for a beautiful lightning bolt, that. Right, so that's what I'm going to do.
Ooh, this is
Well,
not
it's-
going to be fun for anybody. So roll your damage.
Oh, bloody hell.
my God.
Right, both of them
Instant
suffer
death.
instant death as your lightning bolt fries them. Do you want to describe how this completely fries these two people to dead instantly?
They totally disappear, and there's two pairs of little boots in the corridor.
Just smoke coming out of them.
As this streak of lightning screams past.
You hear a voice from inside
From
the room
above
shout,
me.
"Holy fuck! Please don't kill me!"
There's the surrender we're looking for. Oh, by the way, that bint upstairs is a ghost. We should probably save her after this.
Let's grab the cauldron and get the flock out of here.
Right, it's the guardsman's turn. There's a clatter as a spear comes flying into the corridor. Please don't kill me.
I'll turn around to Lantesh and go, you won at intimidation.
Well, they did tie a poor helpless woman upstairs. I wasn't going to mess about.
I don't think that she's tied up. I think she's a ghost.
Right.
We'll sort that out next, I'm sure.
Come out with your hands up, I'll say to
He
the
steps
guards.
out with his hands up.
And if there's anybody else lurking round the corner, I suggest they do the same and throw down their weapons.
No, there's some guards in the foyer, but you've probably already killed them. Look, I've got a wife and kid. I just do one
Should have
fold.
thought about this before you took this bloody job and tying people up and stealing things.
Right.
I'm just a guard. I haven't done anything.
All right. Don't worry about it. Right. Take one boot off, sit on the floor with your back against the wall, and then sit on your hands.
Okay, he does this.
I've read this somewhere. There's absolutely no way he can get up without getting kazotted.
Your cauldron lies in front of you, Samwin.
I'll turn around to this guy and say, "Excuse me, but
Yeah,
when
he's sitting in the other end of the corridor with one
yeah,
boot
no,
off.
I'll pop my head around the corner. And go, excuse me, but you know the cauldron that is a garden.
No,
Well, why is there so many guards on this place?
because we guard the cells. There was some of the Seekers' special guards tasked to come down here, but I don't know why we weren't allowed to see.
But there's nobody in the cells.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we're not allowed to be not on duty. Everybody's on high alert because there's a dragon flying about killing everybody. That's why
No,
the Seekers
dragon's
put the. That's why the Seekers put the town on
We
martial
destroyed
law.
the dragon.
The dragon's dead,
Okay.
and the Seeker knows it's dead. I think
He looks
Seekers
down
are
at the two
bloody
pairs of smoking books in front of him. As dead as those two. That was my
More
mate Joe.
Deader.
Yeah,
That was my mate Joe.
well, he should have put his spear down when he had the chance, then, shouldn't he? I suggest we grab the cauldron and do what we do.
Well, it's a big boy, so yep. Let's grab the cauldron, go upstairs.
Well, between Dave's enormous 20 strength now and
what?
yeah, Dave put all of his advances in the right
Jesus.
place. Yeah, so
I think
Dave's
we need to lock
bulging
the guard in one of the
muscles.
cells.
You've been working out, haven't you, Dave? Yeah, the
Up
guard
tonight.
the guard has keys, or one of the pair of smoking boots has keys.
Oh, well, I've then. I'll turn around to this guy
For the
and say,
cells.
I'll tell you what, right? If there's anything you think that your boss would hate for us to know, if you tell us what that is now, not only will you get out of here alive, there's also some gold in it for you as well.
He says, I don't know what you mean. I just do my job, try and survive.
Is there anybody
I never
in
see.
any of
I
these
never see
cells?
him. I never see the speaker except when he does an announcement. I just answer to the sergeant, and the sergeant answers to the captain.
I've got you. Is there no one in any of these cells, Rich?
No, they're all empty when you have a look. He says, no, there's martial law being declared.
Right, thanking you. Sit there, stay there for a bit. Don't get in any trouble. Don't make us come back and set her on you.
And while we're on,
Can I
Do you want
ask
to
this
should-
guard one thing, Rich?
Can we trust him, or should I cast Touch of Death on him so he dies if he moves in the next 2 hours? What do you reckon, guys? Can we trust
Nah,
you?
just lock him up in the top.
Just
lock 'em up.
pretend to cast something on us if he moves.
Well, that's two of them, because it's not just spell as Touch
I
of
want
Death.
to ask him the dragon before it actually attacked any of the cities.
No, they heard about he heard about the dragon the same time as anybody else.
right, I pop a couple of gold pieces in his hand. Then I say to him, if you play fair by us, you get to walk out of here. So take this, buy something nice for your wife and kids.
He looks horrified and says, "Thank you," and takes the money off you. Like, look, eyeing your plethora of weapons that you carry. Shank him.
No, I'm not a total bastard at the moment.
I'm only a semi-bastard.
I'll turn around to Lantesh and say, that guy in there said the wife upstairs there wasn't anyone there, and she was actually they dredged this up from the harbour. I have a feeling she might be a ghost.
I'm on my way up there. It's just
Right.
halfway up the stairs
Lantesh,
already.
You head
Yeah.
up the stairs, and immediately the woman
I follow
turns
them.
her head to look at you.
Can we grab the cauldron and get a bit of a wriggle on?
Yeah, we'll head up there to where Lantesh is.
So, right, so you grab the cauldron. Like I said, with Bian's strength, it's still bulky, but between Isha and Ben, they just grab a handle either end, like shank it up. You head back upstairs.
Try that bracelet thing, Tracy.
Yeah, I'll get the bracelet out of the backpack.
Right, that
Ask her if that's her.
Is this you? I'll
that
say it
definitely
loud.
gets a reaction. She says, she mouths,
Is this what's keeping you here?
"Yes."
Okay.
She obviously she tries to reach for it, but her hands are bound.
I presume they're sort of ethereal ghostly ropes, are they?
Yes.
Not something we could cut.
What about this?
Can I
magical
dispel
power?
magic on them?
You can try, but it doesn't work. It's more of the ghost being anchored to this plane rather than an actual magical effect.
What happens
Can-
if you put the bracelet on her arm while she's tied up?
I'll try that.
You slip the bracelet on, and even though it's solid and it should fall straight through, it glides onto her wrist, and then her whole demeanour changes. She smiles, the ropes fall away, her hair becomes dry, and she becomes a beautiful young woman once more. She actually speaks this time, so you can all hear her, and she says, "Thank you, I've been put in gratitude 3 times. I can answer the only questions that are related to me, and I shall answer you 3 times truthfully."
I'll thank you, and I'll bid her rest in peace and smile.
Well, could ask her.
Yeah, what do you know why you were attached to this thing?
My greedy husband, he tied me to this statue, and the boat sank.
But always ask her if she knows where the rest of the wreck is.
No, because this is probably where we got the treasure from the thingy from.
Ah,
Yeah.
right, yes, got you.
Because the bracelet was in the chest.
We might need to know why the speaker.
Twice more I'll answer thee truthfully for anything's Lake Danishire.
Yeah, the speaker probably wouldn't have touched Lake Dinnershire. Is there a time limit on these questions, or can we just ask at any time if she's like in the future, or does it have to be now?
You get the impression that once she
All right, okay,
you've
then
done a good
just
thing.
ask the questions then. Yeah.
The people at Caer Konig in the castle, do you know anything of them?
Yes, they are a cult of devil worshippers. Believe this service.
I know that name.
Do you? Do you want to make a religion check?
I will.
Difficult. You'll get some information on a 15. You'll get more on a 20.
Would I know because I've got religion as well?
Yeah, you can have a roll.
No, I've got no idea.
I sidle up to Sandwood and whisper in his ear, you don't get much for your money around here, do you?
You don't. But she can only give what she's got, friend.
Go on, you can have a roll, Tracy.
Oh, you're not quick. All right, I was waiting for your request.
Oh no, you can just roll it, or I can do it.
Oh, it's fine. No chance.
No, sadly no.
What about Ace? Has he heard of
Ace
any?
is the religious dude.
He went to seminary school.
Are you gonna guidance yourself, or?
Aye.
You will now. Go on. Go, Ace.
No.
The name is familiar. Is definitely a demon lord. Something to do with cold, but you're not sure if they have a name. Perhaps you might be able to find. Ben and Corin, you can have a roll if you like, because I'm sure you're awesome at religion.
Aye, let's have a giggle.
Go on. For a
Never
laugh.
know.
You'd be surprised what you hear in pubs over the years.
Oh, wow!
Oh
my God!
Corin goes, Levistus, oh yeah, it's that Duke of Hell that lives on the eternally frozen plain, isn't it? And Ben goes, yes, from where the planet I come from. He was imprisoned in ice by Asmodeus. He's waging a war against all of the followers of Asmodeus.
Half expected Ben to give us his postcode with a roll like that.
No, he's flipping boxer short size.
You have all of the information presented to you.
I'll graciously thank Anne
to finally fill in one of the mysteries of Icewind Dale, but forgotten.
So no wonder that they want to know about the card tart.
Aye, Shardolin.
Oh, I was going.
No, the knights had no interest in Shardolin. The knights wanted to kill the filthy Duergar.
I guess that they worked for.
Well, they were definitely in league. That guy was in league with the demon of some sort. I wonder if he was in league with Asmodeus. I mean, I can always ask him next time I see him in the pub.
Yeah, she says, ask and I will answer truthfully once more.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, why not? What is the greatest secret you know of Lake Danishire? Because that's clever. I like that.
That is clever. She says, there's a magic cauldron guarded by an evil hag named Maud Chiselbone. It can conjure enough stew to feed a starving town indefinitely.
Oh, good one, Richie.
Corin looks across the room and points and goes, you mean that one?
She looks at it without seeing it, and she already starts becoming substantial. Smiles once more and says, thrice I have answered truthfully. Thank you for releasing me. She holds out her hand and points towards you. Antesh starts to glow golden colour, and as the tip of her finger just touches you, tinkles, she dissolves into bright sparks that sort of dance about and disappear.
Oh.
Safe travels, pet.
We've done some good there. I feel good about that.
I'll feel better when we've got this cauldron. We're a long way from Targos.
I know, but it's given a little bit warmth to my heart knowing that we've done some good even before our escape.
The bracelet has vanished with her.
Right, let's get out.
So there's just this giant black scary stone statue now in front of you.
Made of Chardlin.
Get out of here, like quick shop.
Aye, well, we know where it is if we have to come back and deal with it.
See, I knew that bracelet had some purpose.
Right, we need to get out of town. Or do we want to sort this speaker out while we're here?
Yeah.
Replace him. Yeah, let's go and replace the speaker with a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Well, we need to take the cauldron to Garrett's, and then we need to.
Yeah, let's go and do that.
Well, the information that we have is that the speaker is staying at the Luston Arms in one of the best suites, and the guard captain's in the other one.
Oh, we'll just pop in and see the lads then. But first, let's drop the thing out.
cauldron.
Then we'll have a little, then we'll go and have a quick coup.
Yeah.
Aye, good plan.
Are you going out the back door, the same one that you've... sorry, the back window? Actually, the cauldron's not going to fit out that window. The back door it will, but you'll have to stand it on its side, and now you're inside, you can see there's a big, thick bar barring it shut, and a lock.
Well, we'll take the bar off and then I'll unlock it.
Do you want
I've
me
got
to?
keys. I'll use the keys.
Do you want me to cast pass without trace again?
Probably helps, considering we're going to go straight from Gareth
Don't-
to.
Yeah,
Don't you
because
think we
you'd
should
be
take
dragging
that
this
guard with her
huge
because he's going to
cauldron.
kill that
Right.
guard?
I'll cast pass without trace again, so that us dragging the cauldron through the streets at night is not going to arouse suspicion.
I told the guard to stay put for a couple of hours, and I think he might do as he's told.
Well, I'll give him a couple of gold just to buy something nice for the wife and kids.
Right, I'm going to make a 15 check. 10 in, I'm going to request a roll. It's more difficult to pass without trace with a giant fucking cauldron.
Nah, it's a doddle.
Right, so you, as you creep through the town,
Hellfire.
Aisha and Ben carrying it. The moment where Aisha at the back, you hear some guards coming, and he goes to duck round, accidentally kicks some rubbish that's underneath some snow he didn't see, and you hear her, "Hey, what's that?" "It's probably a bloody cat." You went, "There'll not be a cat out this." You went, "Look, it's freezing friggin' cold. We've got 5 minutes left to go. Just leave the friggin' cat." "Okay, fine." They stomp off. Are you going to actually try and do me out? I'm going to request a performance check.
No.
Can I not do a deception check?
No, because you can't deceive somebody that you're a cat, even if you're wearing a cattail butt plug and ears.
I think challenge accepted, Mr. George.
Sandwin comes out with pulls out a cattail butt plug and he goes, "I'll be right back."
No, I'm just going to stay still with the.
I'll hand him the jar of hate salve as he goes past.
Right.
So
But
sorry,
other
Sam.
than
We
that,
thought it was
other than
lube.
that, because you passed the party check, it was just Aisha was shit. You make it back to Garrett's, carrying an enormous fucking cauldron between the two of them.
I'll turn around to Garrett and say, "Do you want to see something really cool?"
I love to.
I'll say the
That
command
is a
word
big
and say, "I hope you
cauldron.
like. I hope you like stew." I'll say the command word as I walk away.
Well, you need to fill it with water and you need to stir it for an hour after you've said the command
All
word.
right, okay. I'll fill it with water. He can stir it for an hour. I'll say the command word and then basically tell him that if he puts it in sacks or buckets and puts it in the snow, it'll freeze and he'll have food for like ever.
Right, so with a couple of hours of darkness left,
Off to the Luskin Arms then.
Yeah,
For
to
a
the
pint
Luskin
and a
Arms, for a
coup.
pint of pie and a nice quick coup.
so you approach the Luskin Arms. At this time of night, it is shut up tight.
Not for long.
Do you want me to take me little vial of Yeti's blood out, dribble a bit on me face, bang on the door and go, "I must see the speaker"?
Well, there's that, or we could just knock on the door.
It's an L-shaped pub. It has like a dog stables to the right-hand side. Then there's the main part of the pub in the middle, and then the L-shaped part looks like a barn or horses. There's a frozen well in the door at the front, which looks.
I'll pick that lock.
There's also upstairs shuttered windows.
Nah, we'll
I'm
just go
wondering
in
if
through
I
the
can
front door.
share this without you're just going in the front, marching in the front door.
Well,
Mhm.
we're going to march. I'm going to pick the door and walk in quietly, and
So from behind that door, which obviously leads into the main room, you get here. That difficult to pick. It opens up into a bar room with 6 tables.
have a quick look around. There isn't anyone, quietly sitting in a corner sharpening a dangerous blade.
There is not. It appears to be quiet and shut off for the night.
Let's creep up to that bastard's room and shank him in his sleep.
Right, purple. Sorry, I mean indigo.
How do we know which room he's in though?
Is there a ledger?
No, it'll be the best room.
Yeah.
He's in the best suite, and the guard captain's in the second best suite.
So
The way to
Kill
determine
both.
that is usually enormous chimney on left-hand side.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay, let's have a pass without traces. You head up the stairs and along the L shape.
Right.
Remember, we don't want to kill him. So
Do we not?
don't kill him.
Yet. Do you want me
Technically-
to roll something?
Technically, I kind of have to kill him.
No. Yeah, but you need to do it, not us.
Yeah, I'm just going to request a roll.
Oh, you do.
Go on.
Lots of dice.
Fucking pass without trace, man. Right, so you creep up the stairs to the landing. There's a little creak as Ben stands on one of the creaky stairs, but it's only a tiny bit. You freeze for a second, creep through the darkness. You're in a long corridor with doors to the left and the right. You can hear snoring, and up ahead, corridor turns to the right. You see 8 doors to the left and right, and then 2 doors ahead of you in the north.
Would that be with the way of the chimney? I'll follow the worm and sneak up the corridor.
Until you get
Put my head round the corner first. There is a door here and a door where I've just moved my guy to. So the door in front, is that closest to the chimney breast?
Yes, that was the one. To the left is the closest to the chimney breast.
Is it locked?
Yes,
Like,
it is.
has a key lock? I will quietly pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to need a stealth roll, and I'm going to need a lockpick roll.
Do you want us to roll them open, or are you going to throw us the thing?
It's fine.
And
You
throw a
need it,
stealth
you
roll.
get it.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Well, there's my stealth roll.
So you quite quietly, as you pick this lock,
I'll oil the hinges and push the door open and look into the room with my elven eye.
door opens and you can see a large flickering fireplace with wood burning in it. Closely step into the room. A double bed with a bath in the room as well.
I shall go in.
A man
With
snores
Stanwin.
quietly in the. Someone's standing in the doorway, just like
Oh, sorry.
Do I recognise the man?
The speaker, snores quietly in the bedroom. However, in the corner on that dresser next to the bath cages are large winged serpents. Can I have a?
They wouldn't happen to be at any time look remotely like dragons, would they?
And could we beckon forward our little doppelgangery friend?
Yeah, certainly he goes. Oh, hold on! I was in the tracker there. I didn't.
Like, as he
Aisha, something pops into your brain. Winged serpent. That's a symbol of something. An organisation. And then your eyes go wide. The Zentarum. They use winged serpents. It's their symbol.
Oh God, not the Zents.
Oh, not them again.
I'll whisper forward. Centaur.
I'll nod and go.
gosh.
I'll move the doppelganger back and like warn them off as if be careful.
2 serpents.
I'll wave the rest of the group in, and then I'll carefully lift the chair up and turn it around so it's facing the bed,
Right.
and I'll sit in the chair.
Okay.
I
I'll
shall
wait till
go
everyone gets in.
over by the bath. Well, I shall stand by the window so I can draw a bead on the bloke with me bow and arrow.
I've
Because if
always
I
wanted to join the Zentrum. Sorry.
because if
Wrong
I
character.
move, I'll put holes in him.
Right, close the. I'll motion to AC to close the door.
Where's Lantesh?
Oh, AC is killed.
Oh, sorry.
I'll look at the cage with the hissing things. Does it have any kind of lock on the door?
Just a latch.
Could we just put a cloth over it?
The
Why
quiet size.
Why
Oh.
does it have the doppelganger do his thing?
Well, we could, but I don't know if it's. Yeah, I'll motion to the doppelganger and the guy at the in the bed, and I'll look at everyone in the eyes and like say, "Get ready in case." I'll message people and say, "Get ready in case this kicks off." Think of some way to stop that cage opening.
Okay, so Pico goes forward and then grabs hold of the speaker either side with his fingers on his temples, holding his head. He looks directly into the eyes. The eyes snap open, and he opens his mouth as if to scream, pressing his fingers, and it almost looks as if it's gone into his flesh. He screams silently as he looks up. His eyes slowly, face begins to run and melt, and it looks more and more like the speaker. The speaker attempts to thrash, but he can't move, and his silent screams dies.
While
And
he's
then-
doing this, can I raise my hand and give him the little baby wiggle with my fingers as if to say, "Hi, bitch."
And then the speaker stands before you. He stands up, repels off. Body to get rid of. This guy is an agent for the Zentarum. You know that, don't you? I absorbed most of his memories when I.
What was his end goal?
Well, initially the Zentarum were just moving into Icewind Dale to expand their import-export trading business. However, once the deal was cut off from the south, they realised they could use it as a ploy to increase their power base. They met with the Druids, Raviston and her sister, and instigated the lottery in Icewind Dale. Once that was in place, they then sold the rich to make them immune to the lottery, thus increasing their power base. They were communicating using winged serpents, which are apparently quite cold resistant for reptiles, and they can fly with some difficulty over the spine of the world. They have a base on the other side of the mountains. where they're communicating, hoping to weaken the power structure in the 10 towns, take it all over.
Will you be able
the
to-
guard captain is entering agent as well.
Yes, he's in the next room.
Do you think we should sort him out? Because he might be able to realise something's up.
Yeah, I would. Let's go and do that now.
Any other agents in the area that need rounding up? Or will you
There are other agents. There's a freelance assassin, quite a famous one. However, she's not a Zentaran, but they have approached her for work, but she said she was retired.
Who? What's her name?
She goes by the name of Danae, but apparently her professional name was the Splinter.
Called it? Didn't I say that was the home of the Thieves Guild or something?
Yeah.
Called it.
But
right, okay.
He's trying to apply pressure to get him to work for the Zentaran, but she seems to be quite strong-minded and told him to go and fuck himself.
Did she have anything to do with the demise of the barroom owner of the Ramshackle Inn?
He had no idea about that.
All right, okay. I just wondered how much he knew.
I can.
Do you know anything else interesting?
Pertinent to you?
Well, couple of things, if I might stick me two silver pieces in here. I would have thought the most important thing is to get rid of the lottery in Targos, bring it into line with other places in 10 towns, and get us exonerated.
Yeah, if you can get that done, we will
keep these secret.
Well, not just that. I believe you've had a change of heart and seen that the direction you were going in was incorrect, and that this place should be joined with the rest of the 10 towns, especially since such devastating losses have happened to the folk of 10 towns lately.
Don't we need to get rid of these flying creatures?
I'm sure that our friend can take care of that. I assume they need to be fed.
Oh, and while we're on, the dragon is dead, and we was the ones what killed it.
We'll leave this in your hands. We're going to pop next door and have a quick word with the local guard captain, and then we'll clear up the detritus.
I can deal with the captain.
Oh, go ahead then.
As you can imagine, I will have extensive interact with them as if I was the speaker.
I'll be on the level with you. This creeps me out slightly, but I'm going to take you at your word, and you know that crossing us will probably mean that we'll do bad things. So it would be better if we all work together. If you decide to change your position on being the speaker, you will take directions from the speaker in Bryn Shander on how to elect a new one.
So this is what he looks like, and that's what the little winged serpents look like.
The canny.
Who's the canny in the armour?
Horrible thing.
That is the guard captain.
Ah, right. Oh, I've gone right off that bloke. He's finding live mice to them little things.
Well, do you need us to get rid of this body?
Oh no, I can.
Okay then. Good luck. I'll pat him on the. Shake.
And there's a very convenient bathtub right here.
I'll shake his hand and go. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Inevitably, our aim is to try and for the betterment of people in 10 towns, and we don't prejudge people by their race, as you can see by our dealings with others. So I'm not going to hold the things you have to do against you, but please don't make us enemies.
Of course not.
No, pat them on the back. And if there's anything you need, you can contact us in Bryn Shander.
By magic.
Like it.
That's class.
Absolutely.
Right, we'll leave the way we came in. Oh, actually, we'll search this guy's room. Is anything hidden in here that might be of interest to us? I'll say to him.
There's a secret door with some communications with the Zentarum.
I love this doppelganger. This is the best doppelganger I've ever met.
Well, yeah, because he's being real as opposed to every other. Like, when you have a lot of GMs who run like an NPC, they're just like not realistic. Oh, they've saved me, now I can double cross them. Why would you double cross them? It makes no sense.
Yeah, you've installed him in a position of power with he literally has absolute power. He's now a reasonably high member of the Zentarum. He goes, oh, in this drawer here, he does have his complimentary jar of evil Zentarum mustache wax.
Oh, wow, I'll have to grow a mustache.
Sanwin, knock yourself out. I didn't mean that literally. Help yourself.
Well, no, because it would be very suspicious if he didn't have access to his jar of mustache wax. I mean, let's face it, we all know the entire Zentarum economy is based upon mustache wax.
You sneak out, looting whatever interests you. Are you taking his complimentary jar of evil mustache wax?
No, because if
we'll leave it.
Access to it looks suspicious amongst if he's ever talked to by the Zentarum, they'll be like, why is your mustache not firmly waxed?
Yeah. Why are you not twiddling your mustache in an evil manner? Right. So.
But we'll head back to Garrett's. Tell Garrett that everything's fine, and we've talked to the speaker, and the speaker's a really nice chap who's going to get things back to normal over the next few days.
And have a nice sleep.
Yeah, and have a nice sleep.
So you wake up in the morning, the speaker has called a town meeting, saying that he's changed his mind, and due to your brave actions in the facing of the dragon, that you've been pardoned and all charges are withdrawn. In addition, the human sacrifices will be banished in Targos, and they will just make food sacrifices instead. It's always better to hedge your bets. And the military rule will be cut back. Everything will be focused now on surviving for the foreseeable future until the Frost Maiden is dealt with.
And the dragon is dead, so they needn't worry about that anymore.
And the dragon is dead, so they needn't worry about that.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're absolutely goddamn heroes, they are.
Yeah, I'll be like to Garrett, told you, shit, he's like a new man, isn't he? And I'll smile, a knowing smile.
And as you take breakfast before setting out, having toppled yet another power structure in Icewind Dale. Yeah, Andy, as you're having breakfast at Garrett's, everybody's sitting about happy as this thing. Horrible.
I excuse myself, and I wander out the back door into the, I presume there's a yard out the back.
Yeah.
And based on what that lovely lady who is travelling with us told me, I cast lesser restoration on myself.
Shit, okay. You cast lesser restoration on yourself. And at first, nothing happens. And then your stomach bulges and distends. There's a cracking sound as one of your ribs breaks. In the house, you hear Andy let out a short, shrill scream.
I have a bad feeling I know what this is, so I'll walk outside already getting ready to incinerate him.
So
we had a deal.
You walk outside. Andy has fallen to the ground. Froth is coming out of his mouth. There's something snapping, jerking. Tearing its way free out of his ribs with a snapping noise and a spray of white bile. Andy's chest is torn open. Andy, you are now at 0 hit points and are making death saves.
Right. Just before I lapse into unconsciousness, am I able to gasp something? Kill that lying bastard howl for me.
And bursting out of his chest, Earl.
Oh, lovely.
Andy lies on the floor.
I was ready to kill Andy because we had a deal that if it was going to fruition, I was going to abort him.
Yeah.
So
quite correct.
Say when I can start torching this bastard.
Right. So we're going to roll initiative, Earl. So you roll your initiative. Fast little thing leaps out of Andy's chest, scuttles round in the snow, trailing blood and ichor, and then darts. Okay. Get a 21. This thing.
Kill it.
15, so you get to go.
I will upcast Scorching Ray to 4th level.
Yeah.
And I will heighten it.
Okay. Right, you blast it and it incinerates it, sizzling in the hot air. You hit it so many times that there's literally nothing left. You keep blasting at this foul creature.
I'm just interested to say how many. Bloody yeah.
Right, that is a lot of Scorching Rays. It's literally incinerate out of existence. Andy, can you make me a death saving roll?
Now run over and shove a potion down his neck.
Start dying. Right, Tracy, you run out. You see Sanran blasting hot rays into the snow, melting a great area around. And like I said, Corin's lying there. His ribs poke out of his chest. His eyes have gone white, and he's covered in slime and blood.
Oh my god! I'll rake into me bandolier and I'll grab a potion and I'll run over and in the knees and in the snow and lift his head up and pour the potion down his throat, hoping to do something. I mean, I've never seen anything as bad as this.
Corin, with a cough, come back to life. Your ribs have knitted together, but all of the skin is still torn off, bleeding heavily, but you're alive.
Fucking hell, that hurt.
What was it? I'll turn around and say, better out than in.
Aye, I'll look across at Simon and go, did you get it?
Oh, fuck yeah. I had something prepared special for it, mate.
What was it? What happened? I just don't understand.
He'll explain. I'll kneel down in the snow and put my arms around him and give him a hug.
Oh, not too tight.
Oh, we bleeding ribs.
I'll come out and cast some multiple heals on him.
Yeah, so you bombard him with heals. So you carry Corin inside, and as the there's a flurry of activity as your two hosts run about inside, grab bandages and clean water. Session is you bind up Corin to tell his tale.